Camera gear is the freaking best, and what makes it even better is having it completely organized. I've had this case for almost 10 years now, and it's been around the world with me, as you can see with all the dents and scratches and stickers it has collected. I'm always shifting and dialing in my setup, but I think I landed on a pretty good one, and I'm excited to share it with you. Let's do it. Full disclaimer, some brands have sent me some gear that is in here, but since I travel and use this gear so frequently, no piece of kit would be in here if I didn't fully use it and believe in it. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Starting in the top left-hand pocket, I keep a spare charger. This is the Sony charger that came with my FX3A. Underneath that is my beloved DJI Action Pro 5. And below that, I keep any torches. This one is from Woburn. I've done a video about it. I also have a backup one. Whenever I have some red whips or bongo ties laying around, I also put it in this pocket here. Moving over to the pocket, I labeled step up. That has all my different size step up rings, as well as body cap and lens cap. Nowadays, I have been throwing in the small rig multi-tool, as well as a small adapter for my Osmo Action that allows me to plug in a 3.5mm mic. Just below that, I've labeled this tools, but in here is my V-Lock battery plate by Newer. I actually really enjoy this thing and how small it is, since I don't use it all the time, but it comes in handy when I need it. I also have the HDMI clamp adapter for my FX3A, some small GoPro accessories, and a NATO rail. Moving over to my charger, in this bucket, I have 3 cables, 1 Lightning, 1 USB-C, and 1 smaller Condor Blue USB-C with a right angle attachment. This is to power my FX3 when I run it off a V-Lock. I also have a small brick charger with the 2 USB-C outs. And finally, a Telican suction cup adapter. This thing has come in handy so many times. Not only it has a mirror at the back, so if you want to find the true center of your camera on a top-down shot, but also on the plane, it's come in so handy when I want to watch a movie. It snaps really strongly to the back of my phone, and I can suction this to a screen or a window and watch a movie. Directly below that is the DD time codes that I use. These have been coming in clutch, especially with the amount of multicams we've been doing. I have quite a few in here, in addition to a few FX3 adapters. Just to the right of that, I have all the cables that I need to run them, such as BNC adapters. I have in here small XLR adapters in case I need them, and I also have the power cable to charge 3 of them at once. The final pocket above that has been used so much lately, and it has exactly what it says. I have 1 fluoro tape, a small roll of gaff tape, and then a small roll of electrical tape. On top of that, I have 2 Sharpies. One is a permanent marker, which I can write on the fluoro tape, and then one which is a silver marker, which I can write on the gaff tape. The final thing I recently added in here was some extra Velcro. Haven't used it yet, but it's for the deities in case we need to mount them quickly. It seems like a lot of info, but I'll do my best to leave all the links in the description. If you do have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get to them. That wraps up the top section. I was thinking about testing out the cord bag divider at the top, but I really liked that this one has 9 pockets, which are pretty spacious, compared to the maximum 6 I believe you can get with the cord bag system. Now taking a look at the inside of the case, we'll start closer to me and work our way over. Starting over here, I have the FX3 top handle. This is with the small rig extension on it and with one of those small rubber adapters to mount an XLR mic on the top here. Directly underneath that is my favorite travel adapter. This is from Epica. They did send this to me, but I love it because it has 75 watts of power with 3 USB-C outs and 2 USB-C-A outputs, in addition to having all the different countries that I can adapt this to when I shoot abroad. This thing has been really awesome. Directly underneath that, I have a small cleaning kit, which has a small blower inside, some lens tissues, some fluid. This has been really great, and it's so small. On top of that, I have a Peak Design leash strap. This is just great for some added security when I'm running and gunning. And then the final thing is a small padlock. Just below that, I would say, is all my camera accessories, like the side handle from Small Rig, which is really nice. It uses a NATO mount. I have my trusty magic arm, which I use all the time in conjunction with the small rig super clamp and a small tilter Osmo Action tripod mount. Beneath that, I have a V-lock adapter to super clamp, another magic arm, a small Manfrotto Pixie tripod, another handle from small rig. This one is a top handle. And then very finally, a small case that has some spare AA batteries if I ever need them. Moving down, I do have a kit of the Rode Wireless Go 2s in a small porta brace bag. This just has 2 lavs in case I need a spare wireless mic. I've also upgraded my 3.5mm cable to the Condor Blue coiled one. I keep one V-lock in my case and it has been fantastic. This is the newer 99-watt battery. It has 2 USB-C outputs which can charge my laptop. It has 2 DC outputs and 1 USB-C-A, in addition to a D-tap when I'm running a monitor. And just underneath that, I have an extra USB-C cable to power things. The neighbor to the V-lock battery is my filters. These are all from Nissi. The V&D I've been using for years and it's the most accurate one that I've found. This is the 1 to 5 stops. I have a circular polarizer, which I never use, and a black mist quarter strength. As we go on to some of the most important things, in here is memory, where I've had my Pelican card case for almost the same amount of time as this bigger Pelican. Has all my SD cards. Next to that, I have my card reader. It's USB-C 4.0, which I find is more than fast enough. Originally, I didn't love it that it was semi-plastic, but I've come to like it because of how future-proof it is. I can upgrade to their system and start using their SSDs. On top of that, it is slightly cheaper than the Sony metal one. Right above that is my audio kit. These are the Rode Wireless Go 2s. I've actually really enjoyed these lately. They can record 32-bit float. Beneath that is just the accessory kit, which has the lavalier mics in it, in addition to a few extra cables and windshields. Also in this section, I have the USB-C cable it came with, which I find transfers the best, and my Shure in-ears, which I absolutely love for monitoring audio and doing a bit of editing. The final 2 compartments consist of my batteries, which I have for the DJI Action Pro 5, as well as the FX3A. I use this Llano battery charger, which is a little bulky, but is fantastic because it can charge 2 batteries at a time, and it has a built-in battery, so on set, I can easily unplug a dead battery from my camera, plug it in here, which can be next to me or in my pocket, and it can start charging them immediately without me having to go find an outlet. Of course, in any Pelican, you should keep an AirTag. Finally, the camera compartment consists of my Rode VideoMic Go. The camera is the FX3A, and I have in here 2 480GB OWC CF Express cards. These have honestly been so fantastic, and they are a lot cheaper than the Sony ones or even the Angelbirds. The lens that I rock is the 24-70 f2.8 version 2, so it does have the aperture ring, and this setup has been really rock solid. On the outside, I have a small rig cage with a small cold shoe adapter down here in case I need to mount time code, and I do really like that I can quickly pull out the camera with a lens attached and start shooting immediately, compared to other setups where I've had to detach my body and lens and keep them separately. This has worked out to be the most ideal. If I could leave you with 3 tips to organizing your own Pelican, one would be get a top divider. It gives you way more space to play with, on top of organizing the chaos of having so many small accessories. Secondly, get yourself a labeler. I think everyone in the world has an FX3 by now, so it's great to identify your stuff, keep your things organized, and it's fairly inexpensive. This one is from Dymo, and I've had it for years. Third and finally, I would highly recommend doing a test fit if you are using my favorite divider system, which is the Trekpak. Usually I try to keep my camera at the top here away from the wheels, since the wheel archers do get in the way. And I would do a test fit to make sure that everything fits before starting to cut up the dividers themselves. So that wraps up everything in my Pelican 1510. I really love having all my accessories really organized, and even having some gear that I don't use on every shoot, but has come in really handy when I needed it to. If you have a similar setup or have any tips for organizing your Pelican 1510 or Pelicans in general, I'd love to know. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.